One of the first things you have to do is establish your baseline standard of health. What is the ideal place you want to be in 6 to 12 months? How does it look? How does it feel? What are you doing? And this is where you kind of allow yourself to get delusional. The most ideal circumstance for you, the most ideal things that you can be doing, right? And then once you get clear on this, you look at what you're doing right now and what small changes you can make. When you begin implementing these small changes, you'll start to feel the differences in your body, in your emotions. You'll see it in your external world, how you may no longer want to do certain things that you used to do before. You might have a different experience with them. And so this is establishing a new baseline for you. What you like to do, what you can do easily to put yourself on track in case you fall off. Because as I said to a client the other day, you're going to mess up. You have your best intentions to move forward, to get the work done, to be on point, to do all the things, to check your list off. The truth is, you're going to mess up. So let's not be delusional about that. Things that you used to do that no longer serve you, get clear on them. And then you have to start asking yourself why you're doing it. When the urge comes up to do it, you've got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I feel like I want to do this? And you have to ask why multiple times. This is the easiest exercise to do. One way of doing that is to ask the question why at least 5 times, because there's layers to it. You might say, well, because I don't know. Well, because I just like this food. Well, because it makes me feel good. Well, because I tend to feel emotional. Well, because I have these thoughts that come up. Well, because these thoughts stem from, a childhood issue or something that happened when I was in my teens, or because people say these things about me and this is what makes me feel good, right? So being clearer on why you're doing things so that when the urge comes to engage in the unhealthy habit that is below the new standard that you're setting, you can see why you want to engage with it, and then you can deal with that issue rather than cover it up with the habit that you've developed. This is important because and I've said this before, the habits that have been dictating um, your direction of your life are governed by traumas that you've coped with, that you've compensated with. And this created your habit, this created your internalized state. So by getting clear on that, you get a handle on this so that you can make the changes. Because it isn't just about, let me eat this new thing. And everyone gets caught up on this. Let me eat this new thing. Let me just start this new diet. Let me start this new fad. Because you can force your way into something, right? You can go cold turkey and force your way, but not everybody has the mental fortitude or the mental capacity to sustain this kind of change. I know I don't. I know I don't. My process for me and what I've seen with other people, but specifically for me, is that I have to understand. I have to understand, come to an understand. Why did I choose to do this? You know, why am I so wrapped around getting this particular thing done? Why do I like to do this thing, even though I can see that it's detrimental for me? It's not helping me, right? And once I start to get clearer on that, while I'm doing the thing, I'm considering and I'm thinking and I'm negotiating with myself. Okay, all right, I see that I'm doing this. I see that it's not helping me. Okay, so the next steps would be to this, or the next steps would be to that, or examine the feeling a little bit deeper, examine the thought process, examine the circumstances that created the root that I've been holding on to. And then I get to a point where I can release it. I no longer want to feel like this anymore. I no longer um, appreciate this particular thing, or this does not bring to me what I thought it did or what I had hoped it did. And so it allows my multidimensional self to move on. Physically, I no longer crave it. Emotionally, I no longer feel the need to satiate something that I haven't fulfilled. Psychologically, I can see why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? And spiritually, I feel more free to make choices that, that are more in alignment with the direction that I'm going. So your baseline standard of health is established for a reason, and the processes that I make my clients go through to be able to maintain their health is very crucial so that you do not feel as though you are held hostage to your habits.